My phone's going off right here. This is perfect timing. Welcome into SportsSource.tv. We'll have to do this as a quick segment because I just got a text from outside. Chuck, your lights are on.
Oh, okay.
So we'll make this quick. This segment brought to you by Jinx Logos. You see the number right there. Jimmy Andrews and crew do a great job in terms of shirts, in terms of golf equipment, mugs, whatever you want to put your logo on. They will do it. They help you promote your business with giveaway items or clothes for your sales staff, etc. Jinx Logos. Okay, back with Bob Hodge, Chuck Cavaleris. Very quickly in this overtime segment, I wanted to touch on Alabama's search. How ticked would people be at Tennessee if Dave Hart had gone after Greg Marshall, had thrown $4 million at him, had been turned down, only to be then put out a press release stating that, yeah, we didn't get him, and then having to go and convince somebody else, no, really, we liked you all along. And now you're in the Steve Prohm, Michael White, who Tennessee fans remember, and Avery Johnson, the former NBA coach who's never coached in college. How ticked would Tennessee fans be if they were living like Alabama fans right now? It's day 21, I think, of their search, by the way.
I mean, you're past the scale of 1 to 10 mad. I mean, you're going on to 11. And I'll tell you what, Alabama has just ridden this Nick Saban wave that everything was good, you could do everything. And I think this is a dose of reality that, you know what, once Nick Saban leaves, you may be back to the Price, Shula, all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's been horrible. Tennessee fans may even be upset that Alabama's going through this.
No.
They feel sorry for it.
No.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, just imagine the record traffic on firedavehart.com.
Right.
And I think that would have just blown up. The server would have probably shut down all computers.
Is
in
there a
Knoxville.
Fire Dave Hart?
There was, yes, there was.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I shut it down though.
I moved on. You shut it down after the hire.
And John, we talked a little bit too. I wondered what happened if Rick Barnes had something else he was going to pursue other than Tennessee.
Well, it'd be
where would that
Steve
search
Prohm,
have
Michael
gone?
White.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Steve Prohm, Michael White. But here's the thing. There's some people out there who said, well, Tennessee should have aimed higher, should have made a run at Greg Marshall. We said this last week on the show. He remembers being turned down by Tennessee twice. He told them last year when they called, no thanks. And he turned down $4 million to Alabama, which Tennessee was not going to offer because Tennessee was not going to pay a basketball coach more than a football coach. There was no way on God's green earth Greg Marshall was coming to Tennessee.
And if Tennessee fans should like the fact Greg Marshall played Alabama like a cheap guitar to get a better deal where he is.
Kentucky loses last night. They come close to perfection. Chuck, you want to bet off of it. I know you're happy.
Yes, I am.
But here's the deal. For the history's sake of it, would you have liked to have seen them do it? Or no? Do you hate Kentucky?
No, I was one of the few people that I know that was wanting Kentucky to go undefeated, and it was exactly what you said. It was because of the history. You haven't seen this since, what, the 70s?
It would have been 76 in Indiana.
And so, I was kind of wanting to see him do it because at this point in time, what difference does it make who it is? And I don't hate Kentucky basketball like I hate Florida football.
It's not like them winning the tournament and going undefeated would have helped them anymore in recruiting.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Kentucky?
Well,
take your bet out of it.
And that was, well, I won't say how much. Aside from the fact, and this wasn't the one and done thing, John, but that's what Kentucky keeps getting the reputation for. You had the Harrison twins.
They came back, yeah.
Yes. I liked it more of the traditional approach of somebody that had some seniors that came back after getting knocked out of the tournament by Kentucky last year. If Kentucky had done it, I would have given a standing ovation because that's making history. But no, I mean, I was not pulling for Kentucky to do it with the way they're doing it.
And there is something to be said for that, the traditional way of keeping players, building a team over time.
But this one did have some guys come back.
Exactly. But, I mean, they're known for the one and done, and they will have a lot of guys go in the NBA draft. So, I mean, that's how I look at it.
Last one very quickly. A lot of folks have said that they hope Rick Barnes brings assistants or brings recruits with him from Texas. I'm guessing a lot of those same folks saying that were the ones that were upset when Lane Kiffin and Ed Orgeron tried to take players. Do you have a problem with this? Is there anything wrong with coaches taking players with them? If a player wants to follow a coach, Mark Pankratz talked about it in today's show, players sign with coaches, not schools. But it is funny that when you're the one taking
Right.
it's okay. When you're having them taken from you, it's
It's
Hang
the
on,
scourge.
hang on one second. I'm checking what shoe is
Yeah,
my
does it
foot
fit the
on
other
right
foot?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other
I mean it's fine. That's the way the game is played. If he can bring him, that's fine.
And look at one thing, and we've talked about this, how Tennessee's program was almost decimated when Conzo Martin left. How many players did Conzo Martin take with him? I mean, he had them lined up leaving Knoxville, going to Cal, correct?
no, they went to other places.
Yeah, but
Take
they
any
didn't
to
stay
Cal.
here. They didn't
Right,
stay
they all
here.
left.
They all left. So I mean,
I think he had
it
one
has-
go with him, didn't he?
No,
I thought he had a kid that committed and then.
none
Okay.
of the four that were Xavier, FAU, Florida State, UNLV,
But,
Florida. Yeah,
But
that's it.
and I think part of it is the nature of AAU basketball too. They commit to the coach, and if
Yeah.
the coach leaves, if they want to follow the coach, more power to them.
All right, very good. Thanks to Chuck. Thanks to Bob. Thanks to you. We'll see you next Sunday on WATE 6 at 11 a.m. Chuck, go turn your car lights off.